Welcome back to my channel. Hello. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Asia. Hit that subscribe button and join the fam because we growing over here. I just hit 1K a couple days ago and I'm already at 2.3K. Yes. We did that. So if you're not subscribed, also, yeah, don't talk about it, okay? You in my business? Don't do that, okay? Okay, I had to turn my ring light up. That's why the little video is kind of, yeah. But okay, so basically, this was back in, I would say, 2015, 2016, so I was about 19 years old, and before then I had this dating app called Her because I sucked at relationships. I never dated, never nothing, and I was in college, so I was like, okay, something's gotta give. So I downloaded a dating app called Her, and that's where I met this girl. What are we gonna call her? Let's call her Trash, and you'll know why. So I met this girl named Trash, and Trash was cute. Like, she really stood out to me because a lot of the girls that was on there was not my type, okay, to say the least. So I matched with her and we talked for a little bit, but we never got to meet because I was in Rochester and she lived like an hour or two away and your girl was not mobile. So we kind of talked for a little bit, texted for a little bit. She was supposed to come link me on 1 or 2 different occasions and she never did. So that situation fizzled out after a little bit. She ended up moving to Rochester because she had this boyfriend that she was living with. So she moved to Rochester and their situation did not work out. So she ended up getting back in contact with me. And that's how we started talking again. And then we finally met up one day. She ended up picking me up from my house, me and my cousin, because me and my cousin, we never went anywhere without each other. So she picked me and my cousin both up and we went to the beach that was down the street from my house. And tell me why my phone was not on at this time. Like, I was literally living off of Wi-Fi for years, okay? My phone was not on. And I told her, I was like, okay, we're about to go get some food because she met her other friends at the beach. And so me and my cousin, we walked and got some food. And when we come back, this bitch is gone. Like, gone. Her friends gone, her and the boy she came with gone. And I was just like, what the f***? Like, we came with you and you know my phone is off, so why would you just duck off and leave? Like, that's so f***ed up. So me and my cousin, literally, we had to catch the bus back to my house and I was very, very pissed off. When I got home, I connected to my Wi-Fi and I told her off because, bitch, how dare you leave me at the beach with no working phone? Like, who does that? Like, if you wanted to leave, you still should have waited for us to come back because clearly we didn't go nowhere far. You were our transportation. Like, we didn't duck off with nobody, so that was up. But yeah, so I was very mad and she said, I'm gonna make it up to you. So I'm like, okay, I knew exactly what that meant. So, okay. So a couple days later, she invited me to her house. So I went over there and I basically knew what she had in mind because I remember when we were in the car on the way to the beach. I skipped the part. We was on the way to the beach and I basically told her I was a virgin. Like, I never had no type of sex ever. Like, nobody's touched this and I didn't touch nobody, okay? 100% pure over here. So she was like, oh, that's attractive. Yeah. And she said she slept with 10 guys and she didn't even know how many girls she's been with. And I'm like, oh, so you was a hoe. Okay. And the way she was, not saying that if you have a lot of bodies that you're a hoe, but I was younger then, so in my mind back then, she was a hoe. You feel me? Like, girl, spread them for how many people you want. That's your business, okay? I'm not judging. I'm not. But I was judging her at the time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So when she told me that, I was like, okay, so you must know what you're doing since you done hooked up with the whole fucking world. So you must know what you're doing. So I'm like, okay, so she shouldn't be bad at it. she shouldn't be bad at all. So yeah, moving forward, she invited me to her house, and I already knew what she wanted to do. But mind you, guys, in my mind, I'm thinking that we're talking to be in some type of relationship. Like, I didn't think this was just gonna be, y'all gonna see how this unfolds, okay? Because it's messy, okay? We get to her house, well, I get to her house, and it's already late at night. I think I caught the bus there. I'm not sure, I probably did. It's late at night, it's just me and her, because her best friend, keep that in mind, her best friend, who is a guy, he was off to a different part of New York because he's a traveling nurse, I believe. So he was gone. So she had the crib to herself that night. So it was just me and her. And I was pretty shy because, like I said, I've never done this before. I was very shy. I was nervous. I knew what she wanted, but I was trying to like stall a little bit so I can be prepared because I didn't know what I was in for. She starts changing in front of me, and I don't look at her because, like I said, I'm very, very, very shy. So it's just clear that she wanted me to see, but I was just like, because I was such a pussy, y'all. It's crazy. Yes, I was not looking at her. And I guess that was kind of her way of trying to seduce me, and obviously it didn't work. So she ended up giving me some clothes, and she wanted me to change in front of her, but I didn't. I was not comfortable enough, so I took my ass to the bathroom, and then I changed. And it was literally only like a shirt, and that's it. It was like a shirt. Like, I didn't have any bottoms or nothing like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So after I changed, we laid down in the bed. I was so uncomfortable. Like, I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel comfortable at all. But I know I wanted to do it because I wanted to know what it felt like. That's literally the only reason why I even put myself through this. But I was so uncomfortable. It made no sense. And we was just talking a little bit, and she felt the need to put her hand up my shirt. And y'all, she was squeezing the out of my chest. Like, she was like, literally, I'm gonna demonstrate, y'all, okay? She was like that's how hard she was doing it, but it was harder than that. Like, the shit really hurt. You know when they got the little grapefruit, and they like twist the grapefruit like that to get the juice out? That's what it felt like she was doing. It felt like she was juicing my titty. Ma'am, that's not how it works. It don't work like that. You don't do that. That shit hurt. And I told her, I was like, this hurts. And she just kept juicing my titty like it was nothing. Like, ma'am, there's no milk in there. You're not getting nothing. Nothing. It hurts. Stop. Please. So after doing that, and I'm not reacting to it at all, besides telling her that it hurt because it did. The song, and I really remember the song because this was really my jam, and she ruined it for me. The song No Bullshit by Chris Brown comes on, and when that song come on, I just knew what time it was. I just knew. And she was like, so what you want me to do? So I was like, bitch, I don't want you to do nothing now because now my nipple hurt. But she was like, I was like, okay, I want you to give me a hickey. I didn't know what the fuck else to say, so shit, hickey. She was like, you like hickeys? And I was like, yeah. So she got on top of me. She started sucking the fuck out of my neck like she was a fucking mosquito. That shit hurt too. I'm like, what is wrong with you, you fucking leech? She was sucking the out of my neck. I'm like, listen, I've never been touched before, but I've gotten hickeys before, and it did not hurt. But with her, the shit hurt. Everything just hurt with this bitch. Everything. I should have just got my ass up and dipped after the titty juicing. Like, the fuck? So she starts sucking my neck. It hurts. So I'm just laying there like, please get the fuck off me. But of course I don't say anything because I'm like, I'm not trying to spoil the mood, even though it's already spoiled for me. She was still into it. So after that, she was like, she just asked me, she was like, do you want me? And I was like, yes. So she puts her hair in a bun and she proceeds to go down, okay? And girl, let me tell you, trash. I didn't feel nothing. Like, you guys, let me give you a little one-on-one here. You should know this by now, especially if you're another female. If you're gonna go down on a female, lick what's the fucking word? That's where you're supposed to be. This girl was nowhere near there. I don't know what she was doing. When I say I didn't feel nothing, I meant I felt not a damn thing. And I was just looking like, I know this is not what this feels like, because this is my first time, you guys. So whole time I'm thinking like, this is really what this feels like? What is the hype for this? I don't feel nothing. Excuse me. I didn't feel a damn thing. So she ends up like fucking putting my legs up and everything. And I'm just like, bitch, get off of me. Like, I literally felt, I'm gonna keep saying this, I felt nothing. And it got so bad to the point where she stops and she's like, you know you can moan, right? I was like, yeah. But why would I? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and fake. Like, this is my first time, so like I didn't think to like fake it or nothing. I literally was laying there. My bad, y'all, my storage was full. But yeah, I was just laying there in pure silence because I didn't think to fake it. Like, this is my first time doing anything, and I honestly don't feel bad for not faking it because it was garbage. And she was like boosting like she just was the bomb diggity. She was trash. Like, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but you were trash. So, but yeah, so she did that for about 5 minutes and then she finally stopped, thank God. And we basically just laid back down and I just tried going to sleep. It was terrible. And first thing in the morning, I got my ass up and I went the fuck gone. I was out of there. Like, girl, I was out of there so fast, you could probably see smoke behind me. I forgot another part. After we was finished, tell me why this bitch FaceTimes her best friend that she lives with. And she was like, we did it. And he was like, oh, you hooked up with Asia? He didn't say Asia, he said my real name, but you get the joke. He said, oh, you hooked up with Asia? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, I'm proud of you. Oh, wow, I'm laying right there. And I'm just proud. I'm like, sir, she just violated me. If you proud, like, that just blew me. I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, well, since she's telling her best friend, I'm finna tell my best friend. And this was when Kik was popping. So there was a Kik group chat. So I was texting my friends and I basically told them what happened. And then my best friend, Tay, he asked me, he was like, did you like it? And I did not answer that question at all. Like, I'm not the type of person to lie. So I just didn't answer. And she read the messages because she took my phone. She read the messages. So she was asking me. She noticed that I didn't answer. So she asked me and she was like, did it feel good? Like, did you like it? And I would not answer her. And she kept asking, but she got no answer. Because I'm an empath. And I just did not want to hurt her feelings if I told her it was garbage. But knowing what I knew, what was going to happen a couple days later, I should have told her it was garbage. After that, a couple days later, Pride happens. And she invites me to Pride. So I go. And Pride was terrible. Like, first of all, girl, you were my first time. And you're here basically making out with your friends. And then you're drunk at, like, she was all over other girls at Pride. Like, she really wasn't even saying much to me. And I'm like, girl, like, that was just wild to me. Like, bitch, you violate me and now you're playing in my face? I don't like that. Her boy best friend, he ended up coming to me and he's drunk as fuck, talking mad shit like, you're the prettiest girl she's ever been with and she gonna be your first time and she wanna be in this other girl's face. I feel so sorry for you. He was like really saying mad shit to the point where I started to cry because I was really like, yo, that's so fucked up. Like, this bitch is fucked up. I ended up leaving Pride early. And the next morning, this bitch texts my phone talking about some, oh, you talking shit? You think it's cute? I'm like, first of all, bitch, ain't nobody said shit about you. What you talking about? And then she basically tells me things that I supposedly said that I did not say. And I'm like, first of all, I never said that. Like, who told you that? And then tell me why this bitch says her boy best friend is the one that told her that I said those things. Mind you, he's the one that said those things to me. And he told me not to mention it to her. And I really was not going to say nothing to her. But the fact that he really said I said these things when it really wasn't me, bitch, you got me fucked. Y'all are some weirdos. So I basically told her, I was like, well, first of all, it was actually your boy best friend that said those things. I didn't say shit about you. And then she ends up confronting him about it. And he actually admits to saying all those things. So she ends up apologizing to me. And I was like, okay, cool, problem solved. So then tell me why. 2 weeks later, tell me why this bitch and her boy best friend gets engaged. Yes, bitch, engaged. 2 weeks after she was basically my first time. Like, I didn't even know they was fucking around with each other. I really didn't, because her boy best friend was her ex-boyfriend's best friend. Yeah. Take a moment and think about that. Yeah. I was fucking shocked that this bitch really got engaged to her boy best friend. The same boy that she called after violating me, actually. She really called this nigga and told him what happened. And he was proud of her. And 2 weeks later, these niggas is engaged? That's fucked up. Bro, I was shocked. Like, how dare you, bitch? If I would have known that they were a thing, I wouldn't even entertained her. And they do weird stuff like that. Like, he allows her to hook up with girls. But I'm like, instead of telling me that this is your best friend, you should have told me that this is a guy that you're dating or messing with. So, yeah, that was fucked up. Very much so, yes. Like, now I can look back and laugh because I'm over the situation. I'm still mad the bitch violated me, but it is what it is. It happened. That was my first time receiving. It was very messy. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my Instagram at dripdoll_, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.